Hey, what's up you guys? It's Caboose bringing you another Spider-Man No Way Home video, and today what I got for you guys here is a video talking about the Multiversal Sinister Six that we can expect to see in this movie. We're going to talk about the 5 villains that are pretty much confirmed, that are all but confirmed at this point to be showing up in the movie, and then we're also going to speculate about who the 6th member of this Multiversal Sinister Six is going to be. Before we get into everything though, wanted to ask you guys, of course, if at any point you enjoy the video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. So if you enjoy the video at any point, especially if you're hyped for Spider-Man No Way Home like I am, leaving a like rating would be awesome. Also, if you're new here and you want to be kept up to date on this film, I got you covered. I'll be making videos on the news and updates for Spider-Man No Way Home, reacting to new trailers and footage that we're definitely going to be getting leading up to the release date on December 17th, and even bringing you guys topic videos like this. So if that sounds good to you, consider hitting that subscribe button and hit that notification bell as well, so then you're immediately notified when a video goes live. Lastly, wanted to remind you guys that I'm sponsored by G Fuel. Make sure you get yourself some tubs, some shaker cups, some cans, some starter kits, or if you'd like, you can pre-order the Venom Let There Be Carnage G Fuel, either the black ooze or the red ooze flavors. The link is going to be in the description box below. Just make sure if you get anything from G Fuel that you use code Caboose at checkout. And with all that being said, let's jump into the topic video that I got for you guys today. Okay, so for those who don't know, if you've been watching or paying close attention to the space, or if you watched that teaser trailer 100 million times like I did, you'll know that there are plenty of Easter eggs in there that help tease and set up that these Sinister Six are going to show up in this film. But not just a traditional Sinister Six, a Sinister Six that is formed through the opening of the multiverse. We know for absolute certain that Alfred Molina, playing Doc Ock, is returning in this film, as he was of course showcased in the trailer.
Hello, Peter.
And then as well, we got Willem Dafoe laughing it up as the Green Goblin, as we see a pumpkin bomb from the Raimi-verse show up in the movie as well, which gives us the idea that he is returning too, and I cannot wait for that. But beyond that, there are also flashes of lightning, a sandstorm, which potentially teases that Electro and Sandman are in this film, although we pretty much know that Electro is going to be in this, as the Hollywood Reporter reported that Alfred Molina was returning as Doc Ock. They got that right. They also reported that Jamie Foxx was returning as Electro. In fact, that was one of the first things reported when it comes to the villains showing up in Spider-Man No Way Home. So you can absolutely expect to see the return of Jamie Foxx as Electro, and through some of those glimpses of sandstorms in the trailer, we can maybe expect to see Thomas Hayden Church returning as Sandman in this film from Spider-Man 3, and then there is a blink and you'll miss it moment in the teaser, which teases that the Amazing Spider-Man's lizard is going to show up in this film, and he is trapped by some sort of force field that was set up most likely by Doctor Strange. So to round it out, we have 3 villains from the Raimi-verse and 2 villains potentially from the Amazing Spider-Man universe. The 3 villains from the Raimi-verse being Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Sandman, and then from the Amazing Spider-Man movies, we have Electro and potentially the Lizard. That leaves one more villain to round out our Sinister Six. And there are a lot of theories that are out there right now. I'm going to go over a couple in this video, and then I'm also going to give you guys what my personal theory is. Theory number 1, which I think is the safest and, to be honest, the most likely to happen, that being the Rhino. This would round out 3 villains from Raimi's films, 3 villains from the Amazing Spider-Man films, and some people are even speculating that the Rhino might be brought into this movie through the multiverse cracking open alongside Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man during that moment at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. You guys know the scene. It's a terrible cliffhanger for what would have been a setup to an Amazing Spider-Man 3, but potentially a great cliffhanger for what brings us into Spider-Man No Way Home, with Spider-Man swinging around a manhole cover, dodging missiles, and then it cuts to black just as he hits Rhino on the head with the manhole. Maybe it is at that exact moment that the multiverse cracks open and sends both Rhino from that film and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man into the MCU. Again, I think this is the safest bet and the most likely thing to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm still gonna go over a couple more theories in this video though. For instance, some people also maybe expect that Michael Keaton is gonna return as the Vulture to be the 6th villain for this movie. I don't think that's going to be the case. mainly because I think Michael Keaton's been pretty busy doing another multiverse project over in the DC universe with The Flash, as he is returning to play as Batman. Plus, when it comes to his character, I think the next time we are going to see him is showing up in Morbius, as for some reason he was in that trailer. I have no clue what that sets up or what's going on there, but maybe Sony has plans to do an in-universe Sinister Six outside of this Multiversal Sinister Six. That would be wild, but he shows up in the Morbius trailer, so that might be the next time that we see Vulture in the Sony Spider-Man universe. There's also theories that we may see the return of Scorpion from Spider-Man Homecoming. Of course, he was trying to figure out what Spider-Man's identity was, and now that it's everywhere, maybe he wants to get out of prison and get revenge against Spider-Man and become Scorpion. This would be nice in my opinion, because I think it would be good to have an MCU Spider-Man villain be a part of this Multiversal Sinister Six. You know, having 3 villains from Raimi films and 3 villains from Andrew Garfield's films would mean that these are all villains completely unfamiliar with who this version of Spider-Man is. It would be nice if there was one villain a part of the team that already knows who this version of Spider-Man is and is ready to take him down because of past events. Then another really out there theory, which is kind of a 2-part theory, is that Doctor Strange may be involved as being the 6th member of this Sinister Six. Now hear me out, okay? Mainly people are speculating about this is because it might not actually be Doctor Strange who casts the spell in the teaser trailer that cracks open the multiverse. Some people are theorizing that maybe it's Agatha Harkness. We saw that she survived the events of WandaVision. Maybe she breaks Wanda's spell, she goes up Spider-Man's alley, wants to mess with him, but mainly wants to crack open the multiverse to continue pulling the strings and messing with Wanda, which might usher us into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But also, who else Doctor Strange could be? I know it's a meme, just backspace your comment before you even think about typing it, but some people are thinking that maybe Doctor Strange is actually Mephisto. And it's not because there's somebody in the trailer who's holding up a sign that says devil in disguise, okay? We're not gonna reach that far specifically on one tiny little moment, no. The main reason people think that it might be Mephisto who plays a role in this film is because of the storyline that Spider-Man No Way Home is pulling from when it comes to the comic books. People are thinking, or actually you can really see proof, that this movie is pulling from the One More Day storyline in the comics, in which Spider-Man makes a deal with the devil, Mephisto. So could he be doing the same thing here? Could he be asking what he thinks is Doctor Strange a huge favor to try and help people forget that he's Spider-Man? But it turns out it's actually just Mephisto, and it's one of those things where your wish is granted, but at a cost. And again, if it is Mephisto, this could be another thing that leads us into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I think no matter what, everyone should expect that that is going to be the case with Spider-Man No Way Home, as Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I believe, is the next MCU film after this one, and it's not too long after Spider-Man No Way Home that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to come out. So expect some sort of post-credit scene or something in this upcoming Spider-Man film that leads us into the next Doctor Strange film. But now that we've gone over a bunch of the fan theories and speculation that's going on around the community, let me give you guys what I think is my theory for the 6th villain in the Multiversal Sinister Six. And I don't think this is guaranteed to happen. To be honest, I think this is pretty unlikely, but it's what I would want to happen in this film, and that's the return of Quentin Beck, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, as Mysterio. Now, I know you're already telling me, but Mysterio died. He was confirmed dead at the end of the last movie, and you are correct. However, it's Mysterio, first of all. Anything can happen. It can absolutely still be an illusion that he died. But second of all, we know that one of the team members that was a part of Quentin's crew survived, and he was the one actually who sets up the identity reveal of Peter Parker in the post-credit scene of Far From Home. Maybe he sticks around, gets a couple more drones built, and will bring back Mysterio through entire illusions. Now, Quentin Beck might still be dead, but he's going to utilize these illusions to continue to mess with Spider-Man and create the idea that he's still alive, and he might even do this to mess with those multiversal villains for his own personal gain. I know it would be weird if some random scientist from Iron Man 1 goes all the way into Spider-Man Far From Home to work for Quentin Beck and create all the stuff that he does with Mysterio, and then lead us into Spider-Man No Way Home, still pulling the strings. But I think it would be awesome and a fun way to bring back Mysterio and continue to mess with Spider-Man and fulfill a wish of mine to have an MCU villain be a part of the Sinister Six. But hey, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. December 17th cannot get here fast enough. My hype is at critical mass for Spider-Man No Way Home. I can't wait to see Green Goblin returning on screen. I hope he has a brand new design because we all don't like the Power Rangers look from the Raimi movies. I can't wait to see Alfred Molina return, to see potentially 3 Spider-Men from 3 different film franchises on screen together at the same time is a dream that I hope comes true. Can't wait for December, but now I want to kick it to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think the 6th member of the Sinister Six for Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be? Let me know your theories, sound off in the comments, and of course, if you enjoyed today's video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are going to be in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.